Hello and welcome to Beyond the Rift, where we have Mortal Kombat intros and SMITE theme songs and all sorts of fun stuff like that. I'm your host, Demon Machine, and this is Beyond the Rift.
Rebel Zero.
Welcome.
Woo.
Hey.
Our unobtrusive guest here, Resterian, is our guest tonight. He's the team captain for the BL Gaming European team.
Shout out to my teammates.
Cheers. Yes. And, of course, we have Alakite on our left.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Fixie on the right. Everybody knows those guys. So, what do we got to talk about while I fix my green screen? Because apparently I had to move stuff to make children comfortable, and it's making it have a shadow funny.
Well, I heard there's an upcoming tournament, and I also heard that PAX Prime is this weekend.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, PAX Prime is this weekend.
I never knew.
So, in case all of you were wondering, there is no patch this weekend.
Correct.
Tonight, tomorrow, there is no new god because pretty much all of hi-rez is at PAX Prime. So
Right, pretty much. There's like one person at the studio.
yeah, there's a skeleton crew left to make sure
that
things don't break. They learned last time they went to PAX not to drop a patch at the same time that you go to a convention. It's a bad idea.
Didn't work out so well the last time.
Yep. So they got it this time, and so that's why there's no patch this week, no new god. The rumor is the next new god is Thor. So that'll be neat.
Yes, hammer throw, all sorts of fun stuff like that. We have some pictures on the site, of course, which is always awesome.
I scrounged them.
Yes.
I'm a data miner.
Resterian scrounged around.
There's a model and everything.
There is. So, I mean, he looks pretty cool. I think he's going to have a hammer throw, of course. He's going to have a leap dash, because that's what every god has that is new.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things. What do you think his ultimate will be?
I
Speculation.
think he is going to throw something at people.
Probably a massive AoE knockback that slams his hammer on the ground.
That's
knocks
my
back
thought.
Everyone.
Either that or it's an AoE stun, maybe.
I think it's a dragon chant, like from Skyrim.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, the epicness.
What is that? Summons like? I think there's someone in Path.
Yeah, it's going to start spinning around, and it's going to play, you spin my head right round like a Thor baby. It's going to happen.
A giant Brad Pitt head falls from the sky and lands on the
Scientology Ultimate!
I'm actually okay with this.
Wow.
We have so many ideas.
Yeah, I'm guessing AoE stun.
Yeah.
Because, and he's going to have a heal too, just somehow.
I don't know if he's
going to
going to
heal, stun, and damage.
Yeah.
Wait, we can't have a guy without a leap, though, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, maybe it'll be a ultimate leap stun. Like, he'll leap in and slam his hammer on the ground, and it stuns everybody in the radius.
Oh, yeah,
Nerdgasm.
wait. A leap that stuns and does true damage in an AoE. There we go. We got this god.
Yes.
That's
And his enemy teammates for half the damage done.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
don't
good
know.
enough.
His skin is pretty sexy. Maybe he just winks at you.
And you
He
all
stuns
just walk
everybody.
towards him.
That could work.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a taunt.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course, we do have the call-in Skype at Perfect Rain ready and up and ready. So if you would like to call us and ask us questions, feel free. We are all about that.
Great night for Collins, actually.
is. We are
Yeah,
so
it is a
Collins.
really good night.
And ready for call-ins because there's
We
not
talked
really a
about
whole lot of
Peppermint.
there's not a whole lot of like specifically SMITE game-related changes.
Except
obviously.
for, there's not a lot of game changes.
So we don't have to
Because there
discuss
isn't a
too much
patch.
about that. We can discuss all sorts of the other stuff, like
like
the
that
statistics, and
upcoming.
the little eSports
Yes.
network tournament that's happening Sunday, or is it Saturday? And
Oh
Sunday?
yeah.
I already have the winners picked for that. I know the finals are going to be, actually.
All right. So
All right.
tell us
Kind
a
of
little.
weird,
Tell
but,
us a little
yeah.
bit about this tournament this weekend. Who is it? Where is it? What kind of brackets are we looking at? What do we got?
It's for Esports Network, which I don't know what it is exactly. But basically, it's an open style tournament. Anyone can enter, anyone can play. You just sign up, they'll set up the brackets. Right now it's single elimination. They say it's for time's sake, so they don't have enough team, or there's too many teams to make it single elimination at the moment, or to make it double
at the
elimination
moment.
take too long a day.
After I signed EU up, they said that if they got 2 more teams, they would do double elimination. If they had 2 more European teams, they split the brackets. So
So
if
they
you have
make
a team
it a-
and you're European, sign up, please.
Okay,
Or
so
no.
like that.
they would make it an
Uh,
European tournament and a
nope.
North American tournament, is what you'd say?
Yeah, a double bracket, or they'd
Okay.
have both EU and NA. So
Fun.
it'd be better for, I guess.
Licensee and stuff like
Fairness'
that. Yeah.
How many teams are participating?
I think they're going to cap it at 16 if possible.
Yeah, they have.
16 or 60?
16.
1-6. We don't have 60 teams yet.
Yeah, they don't
Well,
exist.
I
Not
don't
60
feel like we
good
have
teams.
16 teams yet. I feel like we have 4 teams right now.
Eh.
Yeah,
What
because
are
of people dropping out.
But yeah, and then yeah, there's no draft pick, but I think, we were saying that we wanted 1 ban per team, and I think they went along with that. So now there's 1 ban per team in that. So at least there'll be some diversity, some,
What, you mean everyone ban Baka?
some.
No.
That's me. I'm gonna ban Baka because I hate Baka with a passion.
I think you're crazy there. I would ban Wukong over Baka any day of the week.
Why?
So would I, but
that's just a personal hate, though.
It's not a personal hate. Wukong's the better jungler. Wukong is an ultimate that takes people out of team fights.
Okay, I wouldn't say he's a better jungler. He definitely is. He's a better fighter in the jungle.
After 20 minutes, who would you rather have in your team, a Wukong or a Bakasura?
Wukong. That's just because I play him.
It really
No,
depends on
it's
the
because
situation, yeah.
Wukong is a stronger god after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Come mid-game, come that 7 to 20-minute mark, Bakasura is so strong with that true damage. But after 20 minutes, you have the opportunity to stack physical resistance. Get some items that help you kite him. Get that heavenly agility, so on and so forth. Prepare to gank him. But, after 20 minutes, it's like, oh, I have all these items I need to counter Bakasura. LOL, what are you? But when Wukong jumps in after 20 minutes, oh, look, an ult. Everyone's running around like crazy. You have beads? Oh, I don't care. You've already been feared. Let me take out 3 of your teammates before this is over.
Yeah.
Smashed.
I guess.
Smashed it. Yeah.
Boom.
He doesn't have the burst that Bakasura does, though. So
Only
I guess
'cause
it
he doesn't
does
have true
depend on
damage,
your...
because it's 2 and it's 3, though. It's a big burst. It's a big burst.
Yeah.
Bako is more about consistent damage with his Trion, where actually Wukong has the better burst damage.
I've always said Bakasura is kind of a noob stomper. He's kind of just like, if you don't know the counters, he comes across as really, really overpowered. But then once you know the counters, he kind of just falls in with the other, fighters, really, with Wukong, Arachne, Kali, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of above average, but not something, not first release Guan Yu broken.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Either way, I still hate him with a passion.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Having to deal with a Bakasura pre-20 minutes is a pain in the ass, dude. I'm right there with you.
So win the game within 20 minutes and we're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's what Baka's good at. And another thing that... Sorry, I'll go ahead. I apologize, dude.
Well, no, I was saying because my problem is playing Hell, which has the terrible early game. So that's when he comes and jumps on my face and owns me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it gets to 20 minutes, I'm fine with that. I'm raping crap as hell, but before that, yeah.
Hell's in that kind of place where you're thinking like, what can we do to just like these a small change, because that the sustain that can be put out if she gets even just a tiny bit ahead is quite like potent, to say the least. Because I can shut down a Hell, I can gank her a load in mid, and she gets like 2 kills. She's fine for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
It's kind of like yeah.
So we have some
Doing it
questions
like
here.
3v1 and just killing everyone.
We have some comments here to talk about the overpowered Odin now, which I think
Oh, jeez.
is just
Oh.
in... What in the world happened to everybody?
1 second, turning on light.
Oh, wow. Everything... Where'd the webcams go?
They
There we
came
go.
back. I don't know why in the world they
Yeah, they
disappeared.
did. That was odd.
That was weird.
Oh, God, I hate Odin so much right now.
Is he
I think he's
overpowered
fine.
or is he just in a good place finally?
He's in a good place finally. People think he's overpowered because he's finally viable. I
Right.
like playing Odin
Yeah.
mid. Now, if you can play a physical god mid and not die
Probably
every
bastard.
6 minutes, excuse me, and not die every 6 minutes, that makes him viable. He's always also viable in lane because he can do physical damage or he can sit there and tank damage. He can set up a team fight. He is a great utility god. Is he a carry? No! Build around him. He's not a carry. He doesn't scale like that. But he's someone that's good to have in your team now, and he wasn't like that before.
Yeah, he definitely
I
was.
love my new
He has
Odin.
always
He makes me
synergized
happy.
very well with teams.
Yeah.
The ult side of him synergizes well with mages. The attack speed synergizes well with ADs. So he's always synergized well. It's just been, He sucks on his own, basically.
I agree. Well, no, I don't agree.
I say he was never that good on his own. He always got outpushed. He always got, pushed out of lane pretty easily versus most gods.
Not anymore, though.
Well, not anymore. I was saying before the, stuff.
Right now he's hard to he was still adjusting to his changes because now he's like on par with everyone else. Like before, you could take a 3 to the face and be like, "Lol, it does nothing," and now it's like, okay, that actually hurts a bit, and you still have that protection.
Yeah, that's one thing that made me super happy because the 3 was the last thing you used ever. It was like to get the killing blow, or if you're going to die in a minute, just go ahead and use it and get it done with. But
yeah,
other than that.
I heard at level 3 that if you 1-3 into any caster, it does 35% of their damage.
You mean of their life?
Of their life, yes. I'm backwards.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, no, it's huge. 1-3 at level 3 is giant.
Cool. Well, I'm very happy because I love Odin so much, and I'm very happy that he's actually useful again because I was wondering if I was losing because, Odin was just bad. And now even if I'm on the losing team, I'm still, in a positive kill-death ratio with Odin. And that makes me so happy.
Demon Machine just got buffed. Forget Odin. Demon got buffed.
Odin Machine?
Yes, Odin Machine got buffed.
Who do you guys think the next god is to get that buff? Who else do you think needs a big buff, somewhere to put them in that place where they belong?
Well, let's look at the statistics here real quick that we have.
Hades.
Really?
I would say he needs... I don't know what he needs. He needs something. In my opinion. I don't know what he needs. It's just like... It's not damage. He needs something.
So
he doesn't need damage?
Quick. Let's go look at the statistics that they got, that they base all of their stuff. This is from level 6 to 15. This would be a great time to find out who needs a buff. So this is what they look at a lot of. They have 8 other big statistic things that they looked at. They released one of them, so we made this awesome infographic that Major made for us. It's so amazing, and it's beautiful. But it's just blatantly obvious as 2 different things. Like, I love his fun facts. They're so entertaining. Like, Ymir whines a lot, but he's a really good guy. Ymir loves assists, and that's why he is 49.7% of the... Oh, for the love of God, I don't read things out loud.
Numbers are hard.
Yes, they
numbers are hard. 49.7. Yeah.
49.7% of the time at the top helping his team. I think it's because Major is also Swedish, so English is not his first language, and it doesn't make sense to me because I'm reading it and not.
Right.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, Swedish.
Yeah, but 2 things about that. One, if you look at the lore, Ymir, in fact, not a nice guy.
Nice.
Just gonna throw that out there. And 2, it looks like the bottom earning gods, like, if it's broken up into like how often they win, their play percentage, win rate, how much money they get per game, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Assist. I mean, just a huge smattering of things, and our infographic makes it sweet. But basically, if you're looking to make a lot of money in a game, tank is not the way to go. If
okay.
The main money earners from the stats, Aokong, Anubis,
Obviously.
Cupid, Bakasura, and then Zeus.
As we were discussing before, we were quite shocked to see that Vamana wasn't on top of that list.
Yeah, that was weird. Like a low gold earner shouldn't be played. Okay, wait. On that note, let's take these stats and let's flip them real quick. Let's say we have 6,000 active players right now. Let's ignore 99% of them. Let's take the top 100 players we have and look at what they play and what they win with. All those statistics, like somebody said, are completely out the window. Vamana would be a top gold earner instead of a bottom feeder, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you want to look at top level competitive play, you're taking 99% of these statistics and throwing them out of the window because a lot of these players are still new, learning the game, learning the genre, coming from other games, still trying to figure out how everything works. So, I guess there's 2 sides of the coin if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at, say, Zeus and Anubis in a proper ranked game, you'll very rarely see Anubis and Zeus picked. Zeus you'll see picked if an Odin's there. If an Odin's not, you do not see Zeus. And the same way Anubis is outclassed by other majors like Ra, okay, and how they can stay alive and push.
Yeah.
Whereas Anubis is kind of just like burst, but like stun 3, 1, 4, whatever. Hope they die. If they don't, you're kind of screwed.
I'm just laughing that Cupid is like the top of every statistic, basically.
Yeah,
I think
well,
he's
he
going to
is
still
also
recovering
new.
from his like initial release.
Yeah, there
I
was
don't
also a
think they
thing
do set
with
the stats. I don't know.
you know, chance of winning with this god on your team. He's got a 54% win rate.
Yeah,
when he's being
just
played.
below the limit.
But he's also got a much
hi-rez is
smaller
going
sample
for.
size too, because he's only been out for 2 weeks. So,
Yeah,
is it a
we
week
don't
or
know
2
how
weeks?
long this.
You know, it might seriously drop off once he's been out for several weeks, and people learn how to
Yeah.
play against him and
I
stuff
don't
like
know.
that.
He is still really strong.
He is pretty strong.
Let's just stick the Hades one out the window because it's clear that the people like that are being like surveyed for these statistics don't know Puri beads or leaps. And same with Guan Yu, like 4 beads, Aegis.
I don't know. Guan Yu's still a top
Yeah,
pick and ban in competitive
Definitely.
play because
it
it's
just
just
depends on what's killing you. Is it Guan Yu
Utility.
is killing you, or like Guan Yu is my number 1 pick for ranked games.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
he's a-
Wukong sometimes, but Guan Yu because I will not rely on anyone else to initiate. It's just not gonna happen.
You don't initiate with Raw? I do.
Tell him to check.
Rank 2 too strong, bro.
But it's kind of
There's that
like
link for you, Demon.
you'll hear those ranked woes story like we had this tank who wouldn't engage. Like, yeah, because unfortunately you'll have to take on that job if you want someone to do it. So I'm like, I'm gonna take Guan Yu because for one, I know I can get my carry fed, and second, I know how to engage. It kind of just helps.
Nice.
Like,
Oh my
doing a
gosh.
glory hunter.
in
Demon,
ranks all the time. I'm just like, as an AP carry that has gem isolation, I'm just like engage because, well, you know, no one else will ever engage, so I have to
Yeah.
engage. But it actually works okay if you have gem isolation.
Mm.
Interesting.
I'm calling an audible.
audible
Demon.
it up.
Right now, calling an audible.
Okay. You have to message me on something other than.
Nope. I'm just doing it.
Okay. You
I'm
just
doing it.
you just killed everything.
Calling.
No, he didn't.
I just destroyed everything.
I can, he
I'm
can
okay
call
with
us up
this.
on Perfect Rain and talk that way.
Oh,
but then we can't get.
Then he wouldn't break my overlay.
yeah. I didn't even think about that. The overlay.
I'll
well.
fix the overlay.
Yeah, we'll fix
I'm
the overlay.
sorry.
Don't worry.
It's always broken anyways.
Wolfy,
Yo,
yo, you're on the show. What's up, man?
How's
What's
it going,
up?
man?
What's going on?
chilling.
It will be.
Nice. We figured why not bring Wolfy in here so I can break the overlay and everything else.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that. Oh, my
You're-
face is fine.
We were talking about the statistics. Did you see the statistics yet, dude?
I saw them earlier when you first posted them in Mumble.
Do you think those are accurate in terms of competitive play or no?
Nah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
nowhere
I'm right
near.
with you there.
Yeah.
You pubs, you ruined the stats. Get
Sorry
out.
I broke your stuff, Demon. I didn't even think about that. I apologize, man.
There.
Too many audibles at once.
All right, you're good.
Do you have a webcam?
Yeah. Do you have a webcam with your Wolfie?
I do. It should be on.
It's probably.
You gotta press that button, bro.
Yeah, man.
Press that button with the
I'll
red
have to,
extra. It looks
red
like a
button,
camera.
All right, so
Oh, there we
continue
go.
talking while I build another overlay for Wolfie.
Nice.
Why is it that no one can figure that button out?
I didn't figure it out. Like, I had this show, and then I had, like, Pantheon panel on my show, and, like, all 3 times, I had to press that damn button because I kept forgetting. There's my little Hispanic troll. What's up, bro?
I'm chilling.
Where did it go?
Just wait.
I got
There
some
it goes.
time before the friends come back with liquor. So
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice. You staying
Well-
out in a hotel room?
no, this is actually my room.
Ah,
Hmm.
you live in a hotel room.
Background.
Yo, so I heard you got yourself a ringer for the tournament this weekend.
Oh, who? Us?
Yeah, you.
We're out of there this weekend, man.
You got yourself a little ring. Oh, you're not playing this weekend?
No.
What happened? I thought you guys had a team together in the tournament.
Well, Black is working on Sunday, and it's a single elimination, single best out of 1. So we as a team decided it wasn't really what we define as a tournament, and didn't feel that he should need to take off of work for that kind of tournament.
So
That was just a group.
now we know who wins the tournament, right?
Yeah.
BLG.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes. BLG
I'm not gonna lie,
represent.
that's my favorite for the tournament.
Yeah, mine too. I thought we were gonna have a really exciting final between you guys and BLG, but if you guys have bowed out, GG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
It'll be between BLG and EU, or NA and EU.
We'll see what happens
Trolley.
with our problems. No more
We're
said.
fine. So I did want to bring up, like, they said that they were doing single elimination because of time.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't League of Legends. I mean, I know these games can run long, but
It's not
not
that bad.
I mean,
I think
it's just the
supposed to
first
have-
time running it. They want to see how it works, but I don't know.
I don't like it from the tournaments that I've been in years. It's best 2 out of 3
yeah.
minimum.
Yeah.
Agree
It
with
needs
you.
to be that because anyone on any team can mess up at one point. It's a simple mistake. All of a sudden, you get caught at red buff.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's just that kind of thing would just irk me. Single elimination, fine. Best out of 1, I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and I mean, like, do it like every other tournament. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even if you did like, if we had 64 teams or something, and round 1 was best of 1, and after that was 2 out of 3, and semifinals was 3 out of 5, that makes sense. But if you only have 16 teams, best of 1 doesn't make any sense. I think that's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, run it over 2 or 3 days, or 2 days. You know,
Well,
you do.
I just think it's weird that they put it on Labor Day too. It's like, okay.
Yo,
Well-
dog, I heard you like vacations. Nope, you're playing Smite.
I've only got like a
No
few days
vacation
after my
for
summer break before I have to go to college. That'll be fine. It'll be fun. Kind
You're
of.
fine, kind of.
Whatever.
I don't know. I'm so happy I can, or we were like, hey, give us a ban. So now at least we have bans, and I'm just so happy about that.
Are they
Yeah,
going to
like,
give you draft
thing
mode?
is, it'll be a
No.
contest to decide who can ban Baka first, and then
Well,
You know.
I mean, it just allows like Guan Yu, Baka, stuff that's in every single game will kind of be cut out of
I
it.
love that forum thread. Like, who are your top 3 bans? Everyone's like Baka, 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 Baka.
I don't
Baka.
know why
I love-
people would ban Baka.
Wolfie, say it. Wukong, right?
Baka is one of my favorite gods, but Baka is, in my opinion, actually weak. He might
Compared-
do a lot of damage, but you have to think about a lot of things. He has the weakest
Yeah.
level 1 in the game.
Yeah.
You can bully him out of any buff you want. If you want green buff, Baka can't fight you at green buff.
Nope.
No.
Period. He gets his level 2. He gets his 2 at level 1, so he doesn't have true damage yet. If he doesn't have Warrior Tabi, he can't take another buff by himself because he'll get too low. And also, he's only dangerous for 6 seconds. If you can kite him for 6 seconds, he doesn't have true damage.
Who do you think's the
Yeah.
strongest jungler in the game right now, Wolfie?
I don't think there's a strongest jungler. I think there's a strongest physical assassin. Every assassin has their own job right now. Bastet has her own job. But overall, I think
Basset's job is to
Tom-
get her cats killed.
I think she's a lot more very, very underrated. She bursts
Yeah.
for a lot of damage.
Yes, she
She
does.
Early
can
on,
catch
she's
someone off.
great.
Like her idea is pretty much like like the hell in the background. She kills that hell and gets out. She's
Right.
the safest assassin in the game. But the strongest assassin is Wukong.
Boom! Explosion!
By far. Even early
Yeah.
game. He has poking power. He has ranged poking
Yeah.
power.
Yeah,
He
he
can
really does.
Furious Monkey. It's just fucking OP.
It's huge.
Well, oh crap! I just closed that. But no, it's just he has such high bases and such high scaling at the same time, which
Yeah.
allows him to basically build however he wants and be pretty, tough either way.
His passive is a built-in chase mechanic too.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Or a good escape mechanic, or
Yeah.
all sorts of other things. I mean, it's getting over to another lane a lot faster. It's
Not
just
to mention the
all over really, really good.
debilitating
Speed,
ultimate.
yeah. Speed is very, very strong in this game.
That ulti, too good.
Yeah.
That ulti is really good.
Dragon, I'm the last person you went to build a Wukong guide, I promise. We'll get Wolfie to do one for us.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Yeah,
Wukong's
just to-
bugged
just to
beyond
know,
measure.
We gotta
Like,
do the shout out
the
that all our
jungle is
guides are now.
Wukong's.
all right, go ahead.
Shut up.
Alakite, go.
All the guides are now operational, or as in, we have upvote, downvote, and anyone can add a guide. Just adding that on
Yeah.
there. So if you want to go make a guide, go make a guide.
Yeah. BOgaming.com, go make guides.
Yeah.
Anybody can make them.
Yeah.
Go upvote, downvote. We just came
Yep.
online, so it's fucking
We just
awesome.
got them fully online. They've been online for a while, but we just let them
Yeah.
open to the public
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I'd love to see those jungle guides, Wolfie. If you want to help us out with that, man. I know you're number one jungler in NA. You might as well.
Man, come on, we have
Sure,
like
no problem.
Lionheart, Lassie's all doing builds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's fine.
Where you at, Wolfie? Come on, dude.
we calling you out.
I could
do
guide up eventually.
Sweet.
I'd appreciate it, Wolfie.
No problem.
Resterian, what were you gonna say? What were you
I
gonna
was gonna
say?
say that Wukong is woefully bugged in the jungle. I'm talking things like his ultimate and his 3. Because if his 3 collides with any kind of terrain, like anything, it fizzles out immediately, and it's such a pain in the ass. And then you're stuck in these tiny corridors and trying to blow off your ultimate, and you can't because it's getting stuck in the edges and you can't fire it off. And in those
Oh.
situations, it gets so, like, when it's so important, you fire off that ult and you can't, it just kills you to see it happen. And it happens with leaps with me all the time. I'm trying to run away, and I just got my little circle is stuck inside a wall by like an inch, and saying like, for fuck's sake, let me leap. I'm trying to leap here.
I would say that the bigger issue right now with gods like Wukong would be like not being able to get buffs or effects while you're in the air, like while you're in your leap.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something I would focus on before even fixing the 3 or anything else.
I don't know. The 3 is pretty buggy, but then again, it's like the most or the strongest level 1. You know, if the 2 people are sitting right next to each other, monkey, and you know they're like half health
Yeah.
now.
How many of you have actually managed to get stuck inside a wall and you've leapt over one? I've done it twice. Did it once
I've
as
done
like
it once. It was on a very laggy server.
I did once as Bakasura and got stuck inside the wall by red buff between like the lane and the buff. So I just like sat there like, well, this sucks. I have to go walk back to base because I couldn't get out. And then did it again today as Wukong. I leapt out of movement speed buff and landed it inside the wall, and then it pushed me out.
Hey, at least
Yeah,
it
it's
pushed
pretty
you
cool.
out.
Thing.
Stuck behind Fire Giant.
At least it's better than falling through the floor.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Has anybody
I
else
had
fallen
best
through the floor?
buff. No, I had the best bug in the world. I got knocked up onto Ymir's wall. Like I was standing on top of it above everybody else. Like
You're
I had to
good!
look down to see people. It was amazing.
That's pretty epic. I would have started pew-pewing from up there. That's real cool. Yeah, beta is beta. True that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not knocking on the game. I'm just
No.
throwing out like random bugs.
Yeah, like
There was
I
one situation where I had like, it was so funny. It was an epic death on her. Is that he was about to leap away and he died just as his leap went off. So he went flying into a wall and splat, proper cartoon style.
when I fell through the floor, I jumped at an Arachne and she threw down her slow web thing on the ground, and it hit the same time I hit, and I just went through the floor. And I just started falling and falling and falling. And I was like, I should die any minute now. And falling and falling. So I'm looking up at the thing getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm like, I gotta
Jesus.
quit and rejoin. That's what I ended up having to do, was quit and rejoin to get it to put me somewhere else.
Yeah, Software Skull, you can't stand on the Phoenix Pillars. I've been knocked up there many times
Yeah.
by Sobek
I don't know.
usually.
I always get
I
excited.
want to get the
when that
bug I want to get the bug where you go into a game with no god and you're just like a blob with 100 health and can't get attack. Or
Oh, I hate that bug.
I've gotten that bug and I've always wanted it.
Yeah, that was
Why?
in rank Q. That's why they brought rank Q down. I want to be a blob.
That sounds great.
I
Yeah,
want this bug.
you're a blob. You can't gain levels or buy anything. Or
You can just stroll around and see everything.
Yeah, that'd be fun too. Hey, we have it's a built-in spec mode. That's
Yeah,
what we
it
got
is.
with blob.
It's just gonna be 4v4.
So, most I hate to use. I hate to use the word overpowered god or
Yes,
the word
I do.
overpowered. Period. Strongest god in the game. What's the general consensus right now? Rebel and Demon.
strongest god right now. I'd probably go, just because right now I'd go Cupid, if anything, because people haven't figured out how to play against him the best. So he's always going to have that slight advantage. Now, next week or 2 weeks from now, probably a different story. But right now, I'd go with Cupid.
What you think, Damon?
That lane sustain. Ooh,
Who do I hate the most? On her. He doesn't
On
seem to
her?
be that
Yeah,
overpowered so
on
much.
her, I would agree with that.
It's
Very
just
strong.
It's just he's really good at making you painful,
Yeah.
like,
making you hurt.
there's
So
another hit a leap on a ranged carriage like
Yeah, it's just I don't know what needs to be tweaked there exactly, but maybe just a hair shaved off of something. That's about it.
Yeah.
That'd be mine.
It's the stun.
It's probably
just
the
Agni
stun.
version 2, because that 2-second stun kills you like it used to with
Yeah,
Agni.
but it's also It's a pretty situation. I mean, unless you have pillar into that, which you have to be. It's high skill cap. At least Agni
Yeah.
would just like dash into giant circle.
Yeah. What do you think,
well,
Alex?
isn't it?
I don't know. I would say between Cupid and Guan. I mean, Guan is in the sense he's definitely not overpowered, but he just offers so much to a team in terms of utility and engaging, keeping them off the carries, et cetera, and then Cupid offers a lot also with having pretty high damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
High damage, long stuns.
Wolfy?
I have 2 that I really don't like, and none of them have been said. I really don't like. I think Ra is ridiculous. I think Ra, his lane push middle, his sustain in fights, his synergy with Gem of Isolation, and how safe he is ridiculously strong. Especially how much he can contest the jungle. I also really dislike the thought of Vamana. I don't really think these are OP guys. I think they're just really strong at one important part of the game. And they just synergize on teams, not only in pushing a lane, but especially in fights in the jungle where that was usually the most important fights because you can't really dodge things. That's where all the objectives are, Fire Giant and
Gold Harpy.
Those are really scary. Like Vamano can shut down your range AD carry. He can just run there, you can't shoot around him, he's beating on your face, whatever. You got Ra where any Fizz assassin that tries to go kill the Ra, he has tank items and he just has a Gem of Isolation. You can't catch him, he's gonna do free damage to your team.
Yeah.
Those 2 characters just seem really scary on teams. Whether they do bad, whether they're like feeding, they always have utility on the team.
I think
that's my opinion.
I think they're all crazy. I would say Sobek would be the strongest god in any 5v5.
He's the strongest god in APAMs, but that's
having a pluck, having a knockback, having a way to regen health, having a way to regen mana, having a way to perfectly initiate and deciding which god you want to automatically take out of a team fight seems really strong to me.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
Resterian, what do you think?
I just think Guan does that better. I mean, he can just pick out 3 people and throw his ultimate off.
But he puts himself at tremendous danger in that. Like
Well,
if you're a team fight and you're
Sobek.
jumping in as Guan, Sobek he'll dash in, throws one out, and then he'll spin and knock back everyone else. Unless they're already at range, by the time he gets in, he can move almost back out to where he threw the guy. By the time people can
react,
get back on the ground.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, with Guan Yu, if you have you can have almost any ability. You can have Purification Beads, you can have Aegis, you can have Heavenly Agility, and you can avoid that ultimate. And if you avoid Guan Yu's ultimate, guess what? That's it. He's not doing anything else. He might slow you with this 3 if he has to isolation. No. He might slow you or do a little bit of damage with his 2. But if he misses his ult or you find a way to get out of that ult, there's nothing going on. Even if you pluck somebody out with Sobek and then they Pure Beads or they Aegis so you can't do damage, that one person is not doing damage or doing anything in a team fight for 2 seconds. You've automatically guaranteed yourself you've taken somebody out of a team fight and you've knocked back 2 to 3 people depending on how you've initiated. Sobek over Guan Yu any day of the week.
Smart Guans by Creeping Curse every time.
Yeah,
because they can blow the beads, and you just go like, well, I got Creeping Curse, so that's just a big fat slow on everyone. Plus my 2, plus my 3 from GOI. Oh yeah, you're like slowed about 3 times. That sucks.
I can agree with both you guys. I see where he's coming from, but I don't think Sobek is completely overpowered in this sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, no one said overpowered. You said it. I said strong.
They're not overpowered. It's just
they
synergize so well with everything.
You have to have a specific team for Sobek to really be the strength. That team really has to be able to kill that god. And if you catch a god that is squishy enough to get killed and throw it into your team, that god was out of position.
Any
Very
stun.
true.
Any stun after a Sobek fling and that god, you know, it doesn't matter. A fling takes that god out of a team fight because that god has to run like hell and it can't think about casting any nukes, hitting any CC, casting any abilities. He's just going to run like hell trying to stay alive. If a Guan Yu ults, everybody, if they're smart, can run the same direction. If they get ulted, you can drop a heal, you can drop CC, you can do things to stay inside of that team fight after a Guan Yu ult. But with a Sobek fling, you're guaranteeing yourself that you're taking one person on that team fight. No ifs, ands, or buts.
That's not true.
Well, okay.
If he throws of a mana, if Mana's in a good position, he throws Guan Yu, the Guan Yu can just ult. And he's in the middle of your team now, and he's as happy as it could be.
How many team comps do you run that have no CC other than Sobek? How many team comps have you ever run?
Oh,
No,
that's
none.
not what I'm saying.
I'm throwing a rebuttal your way. If
Yeah.
somebody is flung by Sobek, they are out of that team fight because there is going to be some CC there.
I want to add on to Fixie's thing. I mean, even if you miss the fling, you have the spin, which even if you miss your like I'm saying, if you miss the fling, you just spin, and everyone's basically in disarray. You know, they're out of position, they're out of order. You know, the carriers are in some awkward position now, and you just ult on them, and basically have to worry about you doing pretty decent damage and keeping this CC threat, or they have to attack your team, which is going to do even more damage. So he really has the way of we either have to attack him or we're going to take lots of damage either way.
Do you see a risk of pulling?
That's a double-edged sword.
Yes, it
Yeah.
really is.
If you pull the person,
Not,
Go ahead, Demon.
Go on, Demon.
everybody's talking. Hold on, we're talking about Sobek and picking, right?
Yes.
Okay, if you pick a person and your team manages to miss something about him or something like that, then suddenly you have 4 in front and 1 behind, and then that can really screw up things, especially if said person happens to have a stun or a slow or any type of disability
Yeah.
kind of thing. And so
Yeah,
they can really push your other people out of position. Not to mention the fact if he grabs a carry, then suddenly he's next to your carry because yours should be in the back, and so that's going to be the 2 carries going at each other, and then everybody else rushing in to try and
Or
kill
if
everything.
their Ymir runs in front of him, and all of a sudden you just
pluck Ymir.
pluck the Ymir that then freezes your whole team, which can be kind of bad.
yeah.
But it's one of
With-
those things that, as Sobek, when you pull, you have to play with the other team. They know why you're running towards them.
Yeah.
In front of your team. There isn't any big mystery here. Like, oh, what is he gonna do? Maybe he's gonna ult right now. No, he's gonna go in there to pluck your
That's the
guys.
thing.
So they know that. You know that. Everybody knows that. So it's just a matter of who can you get, when, and how. And if you're better than them, that Sobek will allow you to annihilate in every team fight.
So this
if
is-
you're not, it's not going to work out terribly well for you.
This
That's
is
the
why we
thing,
love
'cause-
Smite, is because you have this kind of ability where it's not just you point click and it's going to happen. You can miss them. You can miss all of your shots on them. You can throw somebody that's really good at running around, and you can throw that carry back there that just can't be hit by anybody. And
Yeah, but even like I'm saying, even if you're not, if you don't even care about the fling itself, his 2 is enough to cause disarray in the team. Basically, if you can creeping curse / heavenly agility into attacking their carries and pushing their carries either out of the fight or into a better position for your team, then you're winning that team fight because they're just in bad position there.
You can also fake really, really well with Ymir. Like, you can look like you're going up there to
freeze.
to fling someone and do something. Your team does something completely different. I mean,
you're talking about Ymir or Sobek?
Sobek. Sorry. Yeah, tanks. But yeah, you can fake with Sobek really well. You can go up to him and be like act like you're going to go grab somebody, and then
Knock
you're
'em back.
pushing like their whole team
Yeah.
back from whatever position
You
just
are
by
like-
walking towards them.
You're
I
like an
mean,
alligator in a crowd.
That's the
Everybody
thing.
runs
Yeah.
away.
You walk towards them and they run
There's a-
away. I mean, what other god can do that?
There's a problem in that there are times where I'm thinking, actually, I want to get grabbed by Sobek. Like, the second you see anything, like, okay, if Sobek grabs me, I can, say if I'm Guan Yu, Sobek grabs me, I can just go, okay, I'm now behind their entire team. I can probably get all of them, or at least like a good half of them in my ultimate. Yeah, if my goal is to get grabbed and not have to waste my dash, that is a
fabulous thing, and then you can dash away.
Yeah.
If you have the opportunity to land on your feet before getting stunned, then you're playing a bad team.
You can pop beads though, dude. Like you can just.
You can't pop beads in midair. You can't pop beads before you hit the ground.
But if you get the moment you land, if they stun you after you land, you can just pop beads right after that.
Right, and then he's probably running away, and then he's probably not fighting. If you're surrounded by 4 gods, you're not wanting to kill anybody.
If I'm Guan Yu, I'm fighting because if I know there's no hope of me getting out of that, I'm thinking, okay, I'm actually fighting this because running away will be doing nothing.
That's the whole, if you're going to be a good, damagey person and you get thrown into the middle of a fight, you're not going to get away, hurt as many people as you can. Because there's a lot of people that run away that shouldn't. They should just turn around and smash their face until they die, because they're going to die running away or they're going to die smashing your face in, so they might as well at least take half your health before they go.
Yeah.
And that's where the really tough decision-making comes in, is do I sacrifice myself and take half their health and hope the rest of my team comes in and cleans up, or what? Will they do that, etc., etc.?
I think people are getting bored now. It's like, let's move on.
Keep knocking our head against the wall.
Yeah. So that was a great discussion.
Yes.
We brought up some very good points. Fixie, I blame it all on you. Good job.
Yep, that's fine. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong, but, that's okay.
Cool.
I'm a big fan of the alligator guys, so I can't.
I think we've really lost a train of thought now.
Yeah. So what should we talk about now? I mean,
What should we talk about?
We've kind of covered all of our specific topics. We wanted to talk about ranked matches and how to succeed. What's your viable picks? What do you want to do as teams?
Yeah, it's been a week. Ranked matches are open, so
I guess we'll let Resterian and then Wolfy go and give us their thoughts on that, and then we'll open it up to everybody.
Okay.
Because there are 2 guests.
Okay, I'm up. All
Fixie's
cool.
going to get something.
So, ranked matches. You queue for rank match. You get consolation favor. And go home. No, if you do, by some miracle, actually get a ranked match, there is one thing I will advise everyone, is listen to people above you. Usually. 80% of the time, maybe, listen to people above you. If someone's, drastically above you in rating, give them, the time of day, because they kind of tend to know what they're talking about. It's happened before where I've been sitting on a big fat throne of 2900 elo, and then someone at the bottom of the listing has decided to have a trashing fest of everyone being okay, just kind of calm down a bit here and listen for once, because this is not going to work otherwise.
Take a drink.
The same way, take a drink, chill a bit, because funny enough, these people actually kind of have their heads in the right place and know what they're talking about. As for what my strategy is, I'm not hunting for glory in a ranked match. No. Hunting for glory in a ranked match means you are out for yourself rather than for the team, and that's, considering in this situation where you want to win pretty badly, going solo mode doesn't work. Well, unlike normal games where the elo disparity is much higher, if you're gonna go solo mode in normal matches, fine, you probably get 20 kills and 2 deaths and just annihilate everyone, go for a 10-minute surrender. Ranked matches, it doesn't happen because everyone's good. You see 2700 across the board. I can't get 20 kills up in this one. Yeah. Maybe I should do something else this time. So for me, it's Guan Yu all the way, because my goal for that is I'm getting my lane partner fed as much as possible and making sure mid wins. Okay, if my lane partner can handle left lane, I can just go run off to mid, go slam an ultimate on the enemy hell or something, and just go I'm going to push mid and then win that lane and then run off to right lane. You think of it you are the biggest team player possible, and then you can support everyone, and then everyone's happy because they're winning their lanes. And happiness is a good thing. Happiness wins games.
Hearts.
Yes.
Hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, because if confidence is...
If you can gank a lane, and then when you gank a lane and you get a double kill or whatever, that is a massive morale boosting. We can win this lane, and then towers go down, gold goes up, Fury gets taken, Fire Giant goes down, and you win the game. I might add, Fire Giant in ranked games is Jesus Christ, that buff. I'm beginning to question its overpoweredness by now, because in ranked games. Oh no, you're not getting loads of kills. You're pushing towers so fast that by the time Fire Giant buff is over, you've taken out about 2 Phoenixes and no one can do anything. It is ridiculous. It's happened every time. If we let someone ninjas Fire Giant level 12, it's just a push fest for the next 5 minutes and nothing happens. It's either you win or push 3 Phoenixes and wait to win, or
Cool.
somehow the turtle and come back.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
rant over. Wolfy, go.
I like
Cool
that.
story.
I do agree. Fire Giant needs to be a little bit harder to kill for how strong the buff is. What I've basically been doing the same thing I did in League. I don't see ranked as anything skill-wise. I find a way to abuse the system since nobody's on mumble with each other, no one's really talking, and I just take advantage of people and their chaos.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's basically what I do. I go and I take the jungles. I'll randomly just gank somewhere out of nowhere for no reason. It'll be like a level 4 gank in middle. He won't even see it coming. Even if I don't kill him, he's sent back to base. He had a my middle has an advantage on him.
That kind of random gang from nowhere just completely screws them up. It's quite fun to watch. So some enemy appears.
I think jungle roamer is like one of the best positions, to carry the queue. It seems a lot of the higher elo players have, or play like jungle baka and stuff like that, and they carry it pretty well.
Yeah. Continue, Wolfie.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just abusing the fact that they're not in a team. They're not. It's not like we will go against you guys and you guys are on mumble. The moment I leave the lane, oh, this guy is going towards middle. All they say is, left lane missing.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Yeah.
He could have just taken red. We don't know this.
Yeah.
So things like that it's just so much easier to just take advantage of things. There's no.
If you're playing with me in a ramp match, you'll notice that I spam my VF commands I'm going like ultimate is ready, ultimate is down, missing, incoming, cancel that, return. I'm just like making sure that everyone knows exactly what's going on, so there's no surprises. Sometimes I might forget once, but the idea is that because you can't communicate on mumble or anything, is like V commands have become like number one. If you're not calling them, if you're either calling really obscure ones or not at all, you're not doing it right.
So basically, your solution
wrong.
is to basically be a VF god, and have the V commands down to a science to where it's almost like talking.
I do have the best advice for anybody playing solo queue, anybody playing in any game. Pretty much, do not lose your cool. If your mid's feeding or whatever, don't just go crazy on him. If you go crazy on him, he's gonna play worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you yell at him, he was playing bad at his best. You're making him play at 60% now. Relax. Don't take it too seriously, because the moment you get mad, you're going to start playing bad. The next game you play, you're going to play even worse.
Yeah.
Don't get pissed off. Just be like, whatever, it's solo queue. If we lose, oh well, not a big deal. But the moment you lose your cool, you can see when people get flustered. It happens all the time. This is what happens in other games. When you talk trash and like Marvel and they get mad, all of a sudden that player is missing his combos because he's angry. He's not focused. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. You start to notice in like League and stuff, it's in like, wait, all the Rage kids are at 1200 elo. How did that happen? Like, because they're also angry, they're not focusing, and you got these like calm as fucking like ridiculous calm. Like you see the season everyone playing is like absolutely unbelievable focus and is playing flawlessly throughout. It's like clearly like correlation there. Rage loses, calmness wins.
The only complaint I have about ranked is I think it should be 30 plus. 4-second story. I started off at 2650 ELO 2 days ago. I'm now down to 1500. Thanks.
I know that feel. Wait, actually, I don't know that feel.
And every game, I've had at least a 2-to-1 KD off.
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I played a game against Fixie. It was fairly close, and he carried his team something awful. It was very amusing.
I'm done. I'm
Pretty
done
bad.
with ranked. I can't play it until it's 30 plus.
Oh god.
Well, they could change
yeah,
it.
I
I
mean,
don't think
people,
they have.
People argue that you can have that, like 20s, and they're like, oh, they have just as high a skill level, but
Yeah.
even if they do, it's the experience that matters. I mean, you won't have think the disparity between 15 and 30 is probably around, 200 games or so that you can, take to get there to 300 more. So that's a huge amount of experience. So that's a few, I don't know how many hours that would be.
I can almost guarantee you that everyone on the 2600, 2800, that those really high brackets must have over 500 games played at least, surely. Because I have almost 800 going now. I know life this game. Seriously, this is only the most I've spent in so short a time.
Yeah,
I kind of want to go out on a limb and just say it. I don't think ranked is related to skill level.
Thank you. Somebody
Yeah.
better.
I just want to say, whenever someone comes to me and tells me I'm 2600 on ranked, I'm like,
No.
so
Good job, but you can't. Can you prove it?
I drank a Pepsi yesterday.
No, it's not. If you're gonna say if you got to say you've got a high elo, at least be able to prove that you're worth that. Because if you're like, I'm on 2600, but I'm actually shit. Yeah.
Well, it's like
I have a number.
can't solo
and
queue to save my life. I'm just not good at the whole solo queue thing at all.
Ugh.
I get lucky.
Like, I'm not one of those early game players. I'm one of those people that, wants to go into a team fight later, farm their lane a bit, come into team fights later pretty well, kind of a damage, heal, support type with my hell, but...
Mm-hmm.
You know me, Alakai. I'm
not really supported.
murderous early game.
Yeah.
Bit late. How about some call-ins, man?
Yeah.
Do you have any
Yeah.
more
We are, you guys can give us a call on perfect.rain on Skype.
Yeah.
Just call us up. You can also message us, and we can call you if you don't feel like calling.
Well, it's more like message me and I'll put you in queue because usually when the calls start coming, they never stop. And
Yep,
so,
perfect.rain on Skype. And you can ask our guys questions. You can ask us anything. We can do an AMA session with any of our guys here.
Yep.
You can ask about that cool-looking teddy bear in the window. You ask about the sword, what kind of hats Fixie
Well,
has.
actually, I have to go, but that's,
Nope.
I always have to go at 8. I always have something to do at 8. I don't know why.
Just ignore it. Let's go.
8 my
Alright.
time.
We've got
All right, we got our first
Ignore
caller,
it.
Mr.
Yeah, I have to go pick up my dad from the airport. I can't kind of ignore that.
Who
No, you
cares? We have
really
Wolfy.
can't.
Get out.
What time you got to do that now?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
right.
so if your question was for Alakite, well...
ask it
sorry.
fast.
It's
I
not.
have
it's
swords.
fine.
They're awesome. Yeah.
All right, so we have our caller, Mr. Cooper. What is your question, sir?
Mr. Kruber.
Yeah.
Mr. Lil
I've asked a couple of hi-rez guys about this, but it's always interesting what the community thinks. What do you guys think about like having curved skill shots or 2-point click skill shots in the game at a later date?
Oh.
Ooh.
So
Like you can shoot around a corner?
They've got him on.
Yeah, I guess shoot around a corner, or like you click
Yeah.
on one spot and then you have
So,
to
like,
connect it to another spot.
Sure, why
What's
not?
it? Rumble's Ultimate in League of Legends, for example. I love Rumble. It was cool.
Yeah, but that's not like curved.
Yeah.
That's just vector targeting.
Nah.
Well, I mean, you
So,
can aim it somewhere that you're not looking.
Curved, that would be pretty hard. And I'm trying to think of how you could do that in this third-person sense.
You would.
No.
Here's how you would do it. You'd click. You load up your skill. You got the where you want to
Okay.
shot it once. Then move the mouse real fast to like extend it and roll it, and then click again. And that's
or
it. So it's
double-click to go up.
you load up 2, and then you go. You got it aimed for the first part, and so you say you see him there. Click, click, click. You click, slide it, click. You're done, and it shoots.
It'd be like those like golf games where they got like the curve thing. You try and do it, and it'd be like you like hold it down, and it's like So
I wonder if maybe
weird.
what if
It
they
would
gave
be
you
hard to
control after
target.
the shot?
And I
like-
don't know if it'd be worth it by the time. I mean, you'd have to be like really
Fast.
fast
Yeah.
with doing it, or
Well,
else it's not worth it at all.
Let's dumb it down a little bit. How about instead of a multi-click mechanic with the ultimates, how about a click and drag mechanic? Like if somebody has a carpet bomb ulti, like they're dropping bombs over a space, why not be able to click and then angle where it wants to go and then drag in which direction you want it to go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While it
I
fires.
just-
I would like
That
to.
makes sense.
I think that's a great mechanic. I'd love to see that implemented. Really, I hope they have time to do something like that. I think it'll help bring up the skill level disparity even higher, so we know who's good and who's awful. But it'd be great for good players,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that with Yumiya's wall because that is so annoying if you're behind someone to block them off because being on this the wrong direction just doesn't help. I see it's like half-assed wall in front of you and you walk past because I'm not behind you. It just frustrates the heck out of me. Like I want to block you off, but I can't because I'm in the wrong position. And it's really hard to fix it when you're in the jungle.
Yeah.
So if I were to able to rotate it, it'd be awesome.
Would you think maybe a middle mouse rotation? Like throw up a wall and you can use the middle mouse to just turn it like that as you need?
Yeah.
So
that'd
you
be
can
cool.
like
What if you're on a mouse pad? I mean, you shouldn't be playing the game
Well,
with a
then
mouse pad in the first place, but
you mean like a touchpad?
yeah, what if you're on a touchpad? There we go.
Then
that's what
I don't
Wah.
know what to say.
Go play something else. I mean,
Yeah.
I heard Hello Kitty Island Adventure is out of beta.
Well, I'm just wondering, you got to cater to some people that will, want to play on a mouse pad for whatever reason.
Nope,
Yeah, I gotta
no.
go.
Later,
Alright,
Al.
later, man.
Thanks,
See
you
you
All
guys.
right, later.
Thank you for having me on. Make guides, do all that stuff, etc. I have swords. Peace.
Have a good one.
That was the greatest shout out of all time. Actually.
Oh, that was
All right.
good.
Thank you for the call. So we have
Good
our
call. Good,
Yeah,
good question,
thanks.
man. That was awesome.
do that
Thanks,
first.
man.
Next call.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Nice to see you.
And we have
Call.
another caller here that we would like to get in as soon as he picks back up after I call him
Mhm.
back.
Yep. So if you guys want to call, we are perfect.rain on Skype. Give us a call.
There we are. Mr. Tom, how can we help you?
Really?
Mr. Tom, that ninjutsu.
That
Hey,
ninjutsu.
Ninja,
What's
what's
going
up,
on,
man?
guys?
How's it going?
So I have
Hey.
the same kind of opinion of ranked as you guys do, but I think when they implement banning, specifically with 3 on each team, with 6 bans, that changes a whole lot in regards
Yeah.
to ranked.
Real quick, Ninja, before you go any further, realize that come release, we're going to have 30 to 32 gods. And they still want to do a god every 2 to 3 weeks after that. So it is going to change a lot. But if one of your opinions was that that's going to make it so the god selection is very poor, just hold on to that bit and realize we will have many more gods come release.
I think it's the reason why they're probably releasing Thor and Ares because we kind of a lack of physical damage, really. And then if you were to go to bans, you could literally, if you felt really dickish, you could literally have 2 teams ban every single physical carry almost. Well, it's
Yeah.
every single physical melee carry, so Bakasura, Wukong, Kali, Bastet, Arachne, all gone in like 5 votes.
Yeah, even with
Which we
30,
kinda
I mean, you're
crap
talking
out.
about getting rid of 6 champions out of that. You can get rid of a whole subsection, get rid of all the support,
All
get
the
rid of all the
tanks.
really strong APs mid. Then you could start
Mhm.
doing intricate things with your game plan.
It'll certainly stir up the meta quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that game mode, actually, a lot.
Oh, and by the way, just for anyone watching, the Holy Grail right now is how to beat Forehand the Gods meta. If someone figures out how to counter it, you will be like the god of Smite for at least a week or 2.
I currently know the only way to dedicate a jungler versus that, but it leaves your left lane weak.
Yeah.
I know how to
Yeah.
completely counter it, and you can have like 2 Hannah gods or at most 3, and you will waste about 2,000 gold on an enemy team, but your left lane's a bit weak.
Do you want to share?
Basically, what you do is this works best with Baka. So what you do is you take Baka, and you can start at red buff or whatever ogre buff you want. It doesn't really matter. I usually like red buff because it gives you that damage buff.
Mhm.
You take red buff. Your right lane actually kills yellow buff. They meet you at run speed buff, and they hand the gods the run speed buff, and they let you kill it. Now, after this, you have enough life and all the other stuff to just pretty much run straight to blue buff, or even cooldown buff, and kill that. So by this time, you're ahead of everybody in the game.
5 to 3. You'll be level 5
like-
when they're 3.
Like you're ahead of the game. So you can just go from blue buff to whatever buffs on the left lane, and they literally can't contest you. They can't stop you. So you just pretty much have that whole left lane and do whatever the hell you want, and you can come into the fight. This all happens before 2 minutes. You will take those 3 buffs on the right side before 1 minute is over. I shit you not. You are on the left side before 2 minutes. They have only taken 1 buff on the left side by the time you make it to blue buff.
Interesting.
It's really you're basically equal level to mid, maybe a little bit higher. You can actually gank middle with this before they even hit level 2, and you'll be level 3.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so
you can do this and change things up, but if you have a really strong push lane on left lane, it kind of screws you over. But with banning draft, you can ban those characters that would push that lane. I would love banning draft.
Yeah.
Banning draft can fix so much. I could be like, all right, I'm taking this out. Now I can do
That's
this
something
back,
down back
and there's
there.
nothing. I would just do it with another character. You
Yeah.
can do it with other characters. It works just as
Monkey.
well.
yep.
Yeah.
So our Mr. Ninja has a question still. Go for it.
All right. I want to know what you guys think about switching up lanes. As far as right now, you got jungler and solo left, solo mid, double right. What if you switch that
Yeah.
up more like a League of Legends style, where you got a solo left and a solo left going against each other? Since
Yeah,
everything's
where-
inverted with the first
Yeah,
person view.
I've mentioned that before, like having 1-on-1, and yeah, the problem is that
Full-time jungling is not viable.
yeah,
No, it's kind of the
Sorry,
meta
Damon.
now is just having that layout because it's not symmetrical like it is in League. You can't
Yeah.
really have a solo lane, so it's kind of just a shared jungle at the moment and 2 people on either side. You could try changing that up, that leaves 1 lane possibly gimped, particularly in situations like, for example, Sobek on her lane, and if you got someone alone, it's really hard to stay alive in that because Sobek just grabs you on her, just throws you into a wall, and that's it. Over and done.
What if
pretty
you were playing a
quickly.
farming character? Something like Alkong, where you could just sit and
Alkong-
farm the whole time.
He lacks an escape, but I don't understand meaning like raw okay, maybe. But then when you're alone, it's
As it is
it's-
now,
Yeah,
nope. If they have a Mana or they have an Odin in that lane, you will get tower dived.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
They will
moment
tower
that
dive
they
you.
can take like 6 tower shots, you are dead.
true.
yeah.
Yeah, they will just hop in and kill you because if there's only one of you and they don't have to worry about someone else attacking him, you're dead.
Unless you have a roamer
Yeah.
that just checks in on you every once in a while when you start getting close to your tower.
Yeah,
Well-
you would still have a jungler and someone that would come back to your lane, or semi-jungler or whatever, but it would just be a 1v1 lane. It'd be a 1v1 with a jungler on both sides.
Well, that's kind of what you're looking at right now. But right now in Smite, there's no such thing as a full-time jungler. You don't have somebody in the jungle just to jungle for 10 minutes because it only takes 2.5 minutes to clear all the buffs if you're a Bakasura or even like an Artemis, or not an Artemis, sorry,
Yeah.
a freaking Arachna.
Arachne.
Yeah, the buffs aren't there. There aren't enough buffs to just go from buff to buff to buff to be a full-time jungler.
And there
So
are
that'll
buffs.
never happen. You'll never just have 1v1 with jungle because you can't stay in the jungle long enough for it to be viable full-time.
What if they buff the jungle to where it's harder to take them down, but you get more of a buff when you get them? And
More
so
XP, you mean?
more XP, more buff percentage. Like you get
It
more
won't happen,
more health.
but it could work. Yes,
More
it
health
won't happen
from
because it'll
things-
slow the game down. That's just the opposite of what hi-rez wants to do.
Yeah.
Also, the problem is that if you were to buff up the strength of health buff to compensate for that kind of strength in the jungle, they just go back to the old way of doing things, just grab health buff, be invincible for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it would be a little later than it would be in the first point. Like you might take you
Yeah.
until they get to level 2,
Well,
and so you wouldn't go in already a level above with health buff. You would go in at the same level with health buff.
which is still
Hmm.
crazy.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, one of the reasons why they decided to do it is because all the jungle camps are buffs,
Yeah.
and they are buffs, which means they make you stronger in some way, which kind of means you should be roaming. You shouldn't just stay in the jungle and get more buffs because you're not really helping anything.
So should they
Yeah.
should they take away some buffs and just add some regular XP creeps to make a full-time jungle, or do we not want a full-time jungle?
No full-time jungle. I don't.
Why?
Well, because I think it would make the more options for the game.
Oh,
but
I was asking why would they take away some of the jungle, not why no full time. I agree, no full time.
Yeah, because it actively encourages someone to not fight
To play
people,
passive or like
Yeah.
super passive.
Yeah.
which is
Well,
not.
that's one of the things I really like about Smite is this early game, like level 3, level 2 fights that go on. If you've got one jungler who's just stuck in jungle forever, it just kind of ruined that in a way.
Yeah. Like the whole thing we love. We can't like Fixie. Do you want to see if we can cast some of these tournament games on the weekend? Like
If they invited me to, if they invited us to cast, I would be more than happy to cast as much as I could, considering it's my wife's birthday weekend. But if they said, Fixie, Damon, can you guys please do this for us? I'd say yes, of course I could.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But they've not approached me and they've not asked me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna seek them out. So if they want somebody to do it, whatever, I'd be down to do it. It'd be fun.
I thought about just casting 1 or 2 of the BLG games just because I want to get some practice in.
Yeah.
So I might do that solo if Fixie doesn't want to join me.
So that's one thing we didn't touch on is we got a preview of spectator mode.
Dun dun dun. Spectator mode. Fixie.
Nerdgasm.
Yes. All right. One thing that I really like, of course, is the roaming camera. You can do the roaming camera. They have
Not
it's
like
just-
Roman camera, but roaming camera.
yeah, whatever. And so it looks like it's going to be a little awkward to control sometimes. You're going to have to learn how to control it because like you can't just hit forward and back because that'll take you down and up. You want to go, this way. What would be nice is if they could have the tracking plane be forward and back. Like if you hit forward, you go forward on the map, not down. You see what I mean? Anybody?
Yeah.
Fixie, you understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
like space bar and shift to go up and down, so that way you can raise and lower the camera. That would be best, in my opinion. And then
disagree.
Well, and then of course you got the fixed cameras you can use. You can always follow cam. You can have fixed positions to where you can, I want to go to the Gold Fury or I want to go to the Fire Giant right now. Stuff like that. What else do you think would be a good in spectator mode, Fixie?
As long as I can see gold and XP disparities, what items are on who is what level,
Right.
and where everybody is, I don't care what it looks like.
That is
I
what it
don't
looks
care
like.
how it works. As long as I have all those things at my disposal at the same time, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Mm.
On a game like this, you need all those things. That's
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
you can't. The amount of time it would take to manually check up on that is ridiculous.
And I think we'll see them. Think about it. hi-rez, they've seen League of Legends spectator mode. We just saw Firefall's amazing spectator mode, Han spectator mode, Dota 2 spectator mode.
Tribes
they have
spectator
all
mode.
these things to look at and leech off of. So I think they have a very good idea of what they can take from those, what to not take from those games, and how to make spectator mode better than those games. And if they can give me something slightly above average, I can sit here and create the most amazing media content all day. If they make a decent spectator mode, nothing will stop Smite. Nothing will stop Smite from being the premier game in esports. I guarantee
Yeah.
it. I would bet every nickel I have on that fact.
I was talking with Dino, thinking like Smite, if it does things right, it will be bigger than League. In all honesty, I believe that.
Can I go on a
It'll
rant?
take
Oh.
time.
yeah, all
No,
right.
don't go on
yeah,
a
make
rant,
it
please. I
short.
don't want to drink a 6-pack of beer.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Go, quick, rant real fast.
Okay,
Quick question.
nobody wants to watch a 25-minute laning phase. Nobody wants to watch somebody walk across the map and it take them 10 minutes. With Smite, we have something that is so fast-paced. There are so many kills. There is such good synergy between God A and God B. Killing creeps, the buffs, the Fire Giant, the Phoenix, the Minotaur. Everything comes together to give you an exciting game to watch. And if you have an exciting game to watch, you have an exciting game for people to play. And that's what gives you the premier game in esports. Smite. In 12 months, I guarantee it will be the biggest game in esports. It's going to happen.
How much money
yeah.
are you willing to put on that?
Every 12 grand, everything I have, every asset I have.
You're a rich
it will
man.
be the biggest game, the most popular game in esports, the biggest money tournaments, the best players are all going to be in SMITE within the next 12 months. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Actually, I watch your stream all the time, and I've heard that speech more than twice.
This is
There's
Mr. Mark is
nothing-
on the phone.
Nothing is going to stop SMITE. Nothing. There is literally, short of hi-rez going out of business, saying screw this game. Nothing will stop. I guarantee. I've been around this genre for so long. For so long, there's never been a community. There's never been a game. There's never been such an action-packed, team-oriented MOBA such as SMITE. Literally, nothing can stop this game. It's going to happen.
All right, we have online with us
Mr. Mark here.
Mark.
So what is your question, sir?
My question, y'all, is like, I guess,
Good
top tier, high-end players, is the jungle mobs or the creeps, should they scale with like the levels and the game progressing themselves, or should they stay like at level 20? They're basically one-shottable. Should that be changed?
Yes.
I think everything should scale in this game. That is the one thing about this game that I have a big issue with. It is that is the biggest issue in this. Is not only scaling jungle creeps, the lane creeps don't scale. From what I know, EXP on gods don't scale like they should. It's so easy to snowball in this game. I really, really, really would like there to be a way for a person who's level 12 to come back against level 15s. There needs to be that in the game. That would make it so much more
Midas boots.
tense. Nice.
I had to. I'm sorry. I had to. I apologize.
No, it's fine. But at the moment, it just seems like if the same people just keep farming, there's no way for Team A to catch up to Team B. There's no possible way. Unless Team B just
Screws up really bad.
literally takes out their brain and just stomps it on the floor. That's the only way.
That happens
Literally
sometimes.
the only way.
Time where you got that
That's
Wukong
so
or that like Cupid left lane just being the Teemo who's farming for like 5 minutes and just suddenly come in like 5 levels above you and wreck everyone.
That's exactly what it needs to happen in this game.
Oh, that happens, I
That's
can
all I
assure
need.
you.
It's gonna happen, and we have resources that's gonna happen. I mean, look at what hi-rez is. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm off topic again. But yeah, we need a way for people behind to get ahead, to get caught back up. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, what like scaling factor would it be? Excuse me, but I mean, would it be the same gold, same experience? Like, I mean, they don't scale at all, obviously.
Numbers.
But
Yeah,
would
as
it be
far as
based on your
specifics.
level or based on like
Probably
the
time.
Game? Like,
I would say time would be the best way to scale because it's hard to do it by levels because if you have, maybe somebody DCs and they're gone for 5 minutes and then they come back in and they're level 1 and so everybody else is level 8 and, how do you tell the mobs to scale to all of that versus
How would you catch
it's been
back
10
up?
minutes, Ooh, shit. It's been 10 minutes, go with it.
Kind of on the same point, though, wouldn't that slow down the game? I mean, if you've gotten
Yes.
behind where you're 12 and somebody else is 15, you done goofed. You know what I mean? You screwed something up, and you deserve
Something
that.
went wrong.
And having a way for people to catch back up is going to slow down the game. And again, that takes away from the excitement and the speed, and people don't want to watch something slow. So I kind of like it. If I screwed up and I'm level 12 and you're level 15, all the power to you. Kill me, bro. Tase me. Do whatever it takes. I screwed up.
Also, a
you
lot
get
of
the kills.
a lot of gods are, especially tank gods, are currently balanced with all their abilities to, and a lot of other gods to not be able to kill certain things in one hit. Like if you don't put any magic damage on Sobek, now his fling, like his spin, it doesn't kill creeps in one shot. It almost does it, but if you don't put any spells out, you don't kill it. And there's so much stuff in this game is done like that. If they were going to scale it, they'd have to pretty much redo every god, and that might not work out terribly well.
Fixie, to just rebuttal, the whole point of this, even if you're 15 and I'm 12, if you don't beat
Statutory.
me and finish the game before I can catch up to you, you're losing on your own fault. If you're letting me farm, that's your fault.
No, dude. Look.
that's-
Well, one of the most basic strategies in metas and MOBAs rather is oh, look, this guy is underleveled, he's underpowered, he has worse items than we do. Let's go kill him over and over so I can get more fed. I agree with you, Wolfy. If somebody is behind, you should be killing them over and over and over again. If you can get them to sit under the tower because they're so damn afraid of you, you've just won that lane. So, no, I agree. There's no disagreement there, bro. I'm right there with you, homie.
It works the same way with people who are getting fed though. Say if like your mid lane's failing, and so you think, okay, well if I let this keep on going, that person in mid is going to get so ridiculously like have like a buffet in mid, and if I leave them alone, I better go gank them. And it happened in like a rank match, and there's Anubis who was wrecking this Ra, like seriously punishing the crap into them about 5 kills up. So I relentlessly ganked them 3 times until the point where I felt like, yeah, this Anubis isn't coming back for a while.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's just you being better than them. I mean,
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's kind of like you can either be the douchebag and just like eat this one person over and over, or you can be the hero and save your useless person over and over and over until the douchebag dies.
Yeah. Let's
it's time to wrap it up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've been
ran
going
over
for a
little
good
time.
hour and a half. Thank you for your call, Mr. Mark.
Thank you guys
Not
for
a problem.
calling
Thank
in.
y'all.
I want to let everybody know we do have full guides that everybody can author, and you can do all sorts of neat stuff with for all of our guides. That's blgaming.com. Check it out, blgaming.com. Just click on guides.
It's up in the top corner if you.
You can also see
understand
the cool streams setup we have. It's a really nice site. We just set it up. So check that out. That's all I have to say today. We will be doing a lot of streaming this weekend too.
Yep.
So
I am going to be off for the next 4 days. My wife and youngest child are away, so I have 4 days with me and my 2 older boys. So we're going to be playing games all weekend.
Nice. Very cool.
So I will be streaming a ton from inside with my boys. So if you'd like to join me, I will be streaming on my Demon Machine channel. So Wolfy, do you have any shout outs? And then we'll go to Fixie and Resty and then wrap it up.
I want to shout out literally everybody that streams SMITE. I'm gonna, even though we do have bad blood with a couple people, I do talk a little bit of trash every now and then, but I just want to say shout outs to everybody who streams it. I mean, literally, it's a better community than I originally thought it would be. I've met a lot of friends, a lot of people that I really didn't think I was gonna get along with everybody so well. It's a really good community, and I've had a lot of fun with a lot of people. To all the teams, Alpha, BL Gaming, NA, EU, all of them, man, good job. It's all fun, and I hope we can just keep playing and everything goes well so we can keep on keeping on. Hope to see all you guys at a tournament and watching us. It's just everything. I love everybody, man.
Well, thank you.
Love
guys,
you too.
Well
podcast,
said, man. Well
amazing.
said.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to make
Wolfie, best friends.
that, we want to get all of the streams on everything. We're trying to cover all the SMITE streams for sure on our site. So, I mean, we want to, if you don't have your stream on our site, go post in our forums that you want it on there, and I'll make a little, post your stream you want. Unfortunately, it only works for Twitch right now, so if you have a Twitch stream, go post in there. Wolfie, is yours competitive gaming, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Competitive
okay.
online.
Or competitive online, that's it. Yeah, it's already on there, so you're covered. Go ahead, Fixie. What is your shout out?
No, just everybody for watching streams, everybody that plays the game. Like if you're here right now watching this podcast, you obviously have a love for this game. You're obviously devoted to this game. You might have a passion for this game. Stick with it. I'm gonna do everything I can to help this game get where it belongs in the esports limelight. And if there's anything I can do to help you guys make the game grow, feel free to message me on Twitch, grab me on Skype, you can grab me on my stream, whatever it takes. If I can help you with SMITE as well, I'll help you also. I don't care. Thank you to Revel and Demon for dealing with my epic rants every week, Resterian for being a guest in the show, Wolfy for coming in here and just photobombing us and chilling with us, so that was a good time. And again, let's keep plugging, let's keep going with SMITE. It's gonna be huge. I love everybody, even you, D and Brandon. You're almost lovable. I hope to see you guys all in game. I really do.
Cool. Resterian, go for it.
All right, I have a shout out to all my team, because Sprayon, Sayo, Olu, you are awesome. I couldn't ask for a better team so far. I just need one more person apply, please. I need people. I need
Just
one
one.
more person. I also want to shout out for Constantes because he begged me to. I want to say thanks to Demon and Revel for having me on here. Finally, I begged. I wanted to be on at least once because I'll never have another chance. I think because
Epic hair, we couldn't turn you down.
and so on. Yeah, and also just a high-res for making this awesome game. Like seriously, this is my chance now to be someone big. Hopefully, I like SMITE. That should actually be literally propaganda posters. Like I like SMITE. Vote SMITE.
Versus I like Ike. Nice. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
I think I have somebody for you, Rusty.
Yes, I threw it back about a century on that joke. I hope everybody caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. Anybody else have any last words?
I'm going to call one more audible. In the month of October, the best guide on the BLG website will get a $25 New Egg gift certificate.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
The end of October?
At the October 31st, me, Rebel, Demon, and Alakite are going to vote on the best guide, and that person will get a $25 New Egg gift certificate. Sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll cover that. I think it's a good idea. So go build those guides, and we'll vote at the end of October. And $25. That's towards a graphics card or a CPU, new MOBO, something.
Keyboard, mouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll
And
make that mechanical keyboard only cost $50 instead of 75 or 100.
No, for sure. We can make that work. We can do this.
Yeah, we got this.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. It was very much fun, and we will
See you again
have
next
a blast
week. Same
next
time,
week.
same place. Thursday nights.
Yes, it's always Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. Don't miss it.
Yep.
Don't miss it.
All right.